lazy. Sit back and take it easy. My mind is getting hazy. I do it on the daily. Social distancing. Thank you all for listening. Turn that frown upside down. I can't go to the playground. Stuck inside, but I'm getting by. Got to make the most of it. And the fear the end's not near. Life's a roller coaster. So enjoy the ride.
Hello, welcome to the show. JJ here, as always, your host. Right off the top, I want to cover a couple of things. Performing Arts Center. Talked about it last show with Mitchell. The referendum is not this coming Saturday. It has been postponed for obvious circumstances. Has not been rescheduled yet. So there's still time for you to change your mind or for you to change my mind. I am right on the fence, as everybody knows, so could be swung either way. Today's guests, we got kind of a double feature, could be a long one. Got my rugby coach, Derek, more on that later, and then Anna and Brittany stopped by again. They were supposed to be on the show last week, but last second couldn't make it, so I ended up filming it like the next night, or recording it the next night. So it just kind of was sitting on that footage, so I'll put that on at the end of this. And then, of course, we're doing microwave stuff at the end. Got some cool suggestions, so stick around. We'll be microwaving stuff at the end. Wanted to say off the top here that Connor and I are doing another movie review. So we're going to watch E.T. and Fantastic Four. What we're doing is we're picking films that are on streaming services. These are on Netflix and Amazon Prime. So we're doing E.T. the Extraterrestrial and that Fantastic Four, that kind of new sucky one. So we'll be able to tear that apart. Wanted to say, give a shout out to Coneheads. Anybody want to watch Coneheads on Amazon Prime? Do it. Coneheads is awesome. It's hilarious. Thought it was stupid when I was a kid, but it's actually pretty good. And in Coneheads, and with my talk with Derek, there's a Paul Simon song, Kodachrome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing 4 song playlists. I'll link them below in that little section just under the video. Today's 4 song playlist, Kodachrome by Paul Simon, Call Me Al, also Paul Simon, and then Simon and Garfunkel, Baby Driver, Simon and Garfunkel, Homeward Bound. So an all Simon and Garfunkel and Simon 4 song playlist. I'm going to be doing that every show at the top. So those are the 4. That's the first set of 4 coming up. And with that being said, let's get right into it. My first guest, Derek, has been my rugby coach for the last 4 years. We have won BC championships. Together, we've been to 3 BC finals. We've won some, lost some, but you know that's not what it's about. It's about the family you create. So without further ado, please welcome Derek.
I'm pretty much open book, man. So that's I'm pumped. I love what you're doing.
Okay, well let's just fire it up then.
Beauty.
All right, well thanks for being on the show there, Coach. Been a long time running.
Yeah, man. It's been I met Double J 3-4 years ago when I moved up here. It's been a love affair that hasn't stopped.
So you've been here, hey, 3 or 4 years?
Well, yeah, I'm on year 4 coaching with the club. Yeah.
Nice. I remember when you first showed up. Actually, we were doing summer buggers all summer. And I, of course, was one of the first people there. And you were there, and there's always new people coming in, right? And I kind of thought our coach would be some sort of old gray-haired dude or something coming in. and so I'm just sitting there, and I remember just first thing coming on, like, oh my God, I can't believe we have to practice today. Why can't we just play buggers? and you're like, hey, how's it going? I'm Derek. I'm the new coach. I was like, oh, hey, Coach.
Yeah.
No, I meant I'm willing to work hard today. So.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This out of shape 30-year-old dude.
Yeah.
As my coach.
Yeah. Well, we went straight to the top after that, man.
Oh yeah, meteoric rise, man.
Yeah.
Like, just championship after. First year was a little sketchy, but then championship run after championship run. We only got 1 trophy though, so I guess we can't really take credit for those other ones. But
you know, when I was a kid, I remember playing with some of my lacrosse coaches, some other coaches. Where the goal was to make it to the finals, right? You make it to the Super Bowl, and then you go from there. So if that's kind of, and that's still how I approach a lot of these things. So if you still look at it that way, I mean, maybe it's successful. Would have been nice to win more, yeah, obviously. But hey, we got one ring.
Oh yeah, the old boxing adage, like you want to be alive in the last round.
Yeah.
But, obviously you don't want to leave it to the judges, but I remember like 3 years ago we started talking, and it was I think the final was on May 4th, and somebody in practice, like during conditioning or something like that, shouted, "What do you want to be doing May 4th? You want to be golfing or you want to be playing rugby?" And it was just like one of those, like, yeah, what do you want to be doing the last day of the season? You always want to be in the last game.
Yeah, and the weather gets nicer as the season goes on. Like, we just finished playing in snow, going on the Coquihalla, risking our life. One of the teammates was like, their wives was like, are you actually driving today? He's like, yeah, like the team depends on it. So,
there's a travel warning. You're actually going over the most dangerous highway in Canada.
Yeah, well, and that's what's nice about, like, we got guys from all walks of life, and I might have said this even when I had Brit and Anna on, but we got guys that, we got accountants, we got mine workers, we got construction workers, we got lawyers and real estate, and all that gets put aside, right? Just to do whatever. I don't even know what a lot of people do because everybody just puts it aside.
Well, it's one of those communities, right? Like you walk right into a rugby club anywhere in the world, and you say you're interested in getting a game, and you've automatically got 40 friends who are willing to crack a tin with you, right?
Yeah.
And it's like there's guys that I played with for damn near a decade, and I didn't know their real first names. I only knew their nicknames.
Yeah, I didn't know Jughead's name for like 15 years.
Yeah, exactly. And I even before, long before I even came to the club, I knew who Jughead was. Like he's like a cult hero, like a folk hero up here. Like people from Vancouver, people from Victoria, they all know. They all know who Juggy is.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just smashing people. And then I don't know if you remember this at Smoker there a couple weekends ago. Don't even think about it, kitty. Get out of here. My cat's up in my face lately. At Smoker a couple weeks ago, late at the end of the night, probably coming on close to 2 a.m., I came and kind of body checked you, but missed or glanced off and fell right into the garbage cans. Do you remember that?
I have a brief memory of laughing my ass off and hugging you.
And then I'm picking myself up off the ground, and Cole Greer looks at me and he's like, just disappointment in his face. Just like, dude, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, everyone's athleticism goes down exponentially after midnight, right?
Yeah.
I know guys who are legit ballers during the day. They get a few tins in them, and they kind of spin out of control at night.
Yeah, that's.
I may be one of them.
Yeah,
I don't know how legit of a baller I was, but.
Yeah, well, yeah, we get a. It takes me about 1 hour after the game till I'm in that mode, I guess.
Oh yeah, Social Six.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 beer hero, I love it.
Yeah, right away.
No, but honestly, I love what you're doing with this isolation podcast, dude. It is just so much fun to watch.
That's good, man.
I absolutely love it.
I'm glad you like it. I wonder sometimes if it starts getting spammy when I'm putting it on Facebook or, what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, like, how else do you do it, right? That's how we connect. Like, can you imagine being in isolation in, 1940?
Yeah.
It's like you and 2 family members or 2 roommates just like, well, hey, guess what? You can't go see people in the market right now. Like...
Yeah, I could never do it.
Yeah, with all those social connections, like, you just gotta, if you're doing something like this, you gotta throw it out there.
Yeah, doing this, and then, actually there's the new Call of Duty, the video game, which I stayed up till 3 o'clock last night playing.
Sure.
You mic up with friends, so you have your good buddies on there, so at least you're talking to people a little bit, I guess.
Well, and it's keeping the community going.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta touch base with each other when, you can see rugby players across Facebook, sports people across Facebook, across Instagram, stuff like that. They are struggling without that Thursday night check-in,
Yeah.
Like three days a week we get together and just banter and socialize, and then there's, train hard and work hard and all that stuff, but it's a social thing where no one's getting paid.
Yeah, and you gotta get, I was saying this the other day, but I got this ball of anger that slowly grows inside, and smashing, hurting yourself on Saturdays, that kind of gets rid of it for me. So shooting people on Call of Duty, I guess, kind of helps a little, but nothing's really the same.
Well, yeah, I've been talking with dudes and like trying to stay in touch with the guys on the team, and like that's the general like vibe. Like they're getting like tense, they're getting like that shoulder tension. Like I haven't really thrown my body into somebody for a while, and I bet it's the same across lacrosse, hockey. Because I mean, you're a sportsman, right? Like you're across all sports.
Yeah, lacrosse was actually just supposed to start there last week, and it's same thing, kind of shut down. I mean, I have played all the sports. Nothing's quite like rugby, but
no.
Lacrosse is good too because the team is actually quite a bit smaller. Like there's quite a bit fewer people on the lacrosse.
How many dudes do you have on like your? It's like a rec league, right? Like what would the league be called?
It's called the Thompson Okanagan Senior Lacrosse League. It's
okay.
Like Kamloops, Armstrong, Vernon, and Kelowna, and then like the winner of that goes on to provincials that plays like there's a Northern BC League, an Island League, and a Lower Mainland League.
Yeah.
So it kind of all goes to that provincial.
There's a significant amount of travel in that too, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically just Armstrong, Vernon, Kelowna, and we, it's hard to even get guys to go to that Kelowna thing. Like, 4 years ago, we were probably, maybe even longer than that, 6 years ago, we were the league champs, and then ever since, it's almost hard. We lost our coach. Our coach retired and, like, moved to the ski hill kind of thing, and without that accountability factor, when you just start putting on the other players to hold each other accountable, I don't know, for some reason with that team, it just doesn't really work.
Yeah. Well, I've been involved with sporting teams where like it may not even be the coach, but like just like there's like a linchpin that just like holds everybody together. Like there's one or two dudes or girls that holds the whole team together, and if they bow out, it like disintegrates.
Yeah, and we're downhill, and if we lose those one or two guys now, there's no team. Like the guys that are even there holding it together now are just, one guy scores half our goals. Like without him, we would get stomped even worse than we do.
Well, lacrosse dudes are actually like, I hung out with a bunch of lacrosse dudes in Victoria when I was in university.
Yeah.
And they rivaled the rugby club dudes and how nutty they got on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I would like they'd have gloves on, helmets on, and just having full on boxing matches in the parking lot, like sun still up, like just loose and wasted on Saturday nights.
Yeah, we do that too. Shout out to my buddy Mike. I put his head through a fence there a couple years ago. We had one set of boxing gloves, so I got to wear the right glove, and we made him wear the left glove. We kind of, I remember just, same.
Scissors for the right hand,
Yeah, same thing. 2 a.m. and just head through the wickets of the fence, and he had to try and pull his head.
Yeah, it honestly takes a lot for me to like get my back up against the wall and be like, maybe I shouldn't be here. Like, maybe it's time to go home.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I don't have that trigger. I'm there. I'm always making the bad decision. I'm the one staying overnight on the cold floor in the winter, or I'm the one when we're out camping, throwing whatever paint cans or oil cans into the fire. I'm that guy. I always have been that guy.
Yeah, I've always been a big bush guy. Like we talk about bushfires and stuff like that. Like a pallet fire was something that, like, growing up in Abbotsford, being like a farm town skid, even though I grew up in the suburbs, like all my buddies were like farm town dudes.
Yeah.
And so like pallet fires were where it was at. Like when we turned 19, we didn't run off to the club. Like we still had like a dike fire, jumping over pallet fires and throwing oil cans in.
Yeah,
bordering on loser behavior.
Yeah,
But still a great time.
I don't know what the Abbotsford like, but it seems like it's almost more cowboy, almost although it's kind of big city, still big part of metropolitan area. It seems more, rural and farmy and stuff.
Well, it's so spread out, right? Like when you drive down the highway, you get through Chilliwack, and that's like there's 9 exits to get off into Abbotsford. Like it's so long. And it's just, there's so much farm there's so many little farm communities that just sort of melded into one. And growing up there was quite a bit smaller than it is now. Like, it's all connected now. Beforehand, it was like these little suburban neighborhoods. Yeah. And you had your little skid crew buddy that you hung out with and skateboarded around. And,
yeah. Did you live there your whole life? Were you born there?
No, I was born in White Rock, like in Surrey, actually.
Yeah.
Surrey Memorial Hospital.
Yeah.
What's up?
That explains a lot.
Grew up in White Rock, like Crescent Beach area, and then moved out grade 5 to Abbotsford.
Yeah.
So like my development years were out in Abbotsford.
Right. And then like your dad was a rugby coach or something, or a rugby ref or something, right?
Yeah, like I'm second gen. My dad, and I think my grandpa might have played a little bit. Like he was my grandpa on my dad's house in the military. I think he might have picked the ball up once. But my dad played in Victoria. He went to UVic in the 70s.
Yeah.
In late 60s, early 70s. Played for UVic. Scratched a bit of the surface of like playing for the top team at UVic, and then he just sort of played through. I guess he played into my childhood. I don't remember it at all. He played in like White Rock, Surrey, I think. Mm-hmm. But then that was kind of it. He went right into coaching in high school because he's a high school teacher, and then he's refereed for as long as I can remember. Probably 30. At least 35 years of refereeing.
Does he still do it?
He does assessment, so he doesn't like coach his referees now.
Oh, nice.
He's I'm gonna get this wrong. I think he's 74.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get mad at me. I don't know his fucking age.
Yeah, because he's gonna listen for sure.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, JJ's Garage. It's number one on his Spotify list.
Yeah.
So he's like 74, right? So he running around. Like, I have bad knees at 37. I can't imagine, like, genetically I got almost his entire side physically. Yeah. So I can't imagine he's, like, feeling great running for 80 minutes. Yeah. But, so he still goes out every Saturday. He's out there assessing referees. He'll watch 3-4 games of rugby in a day. Yeah. Go home for a nap.
Yeah, I see your folks around sometimes. Like, they're still looking good. They're still active and smiling and, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my mom is the happiest person on the planet.
Yeah.
She's 4'11" of sunshine.
Yeah.
Never met a person she didn't want to hug.
Nice. Okay, well, next time I see your mom, I'll give her a big hug then.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you went up to, like, before you coached us, you coached Prince George and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, I kind of finished up, like, I met my wife, Jessie. You know Jessie. I met Jessie at UVic right at the end of, we were both graduating the same year. I went back to school pretty late. Like, so I was like a 30-year-old university student.
Yeah.
And we met up, and then she got a job at the University of Prince George, and I just straight stalked her. Just prowled up to Prince George and followed her up there.
No, well, it worked, so...
Yeah, absolutely worked. And yeah, so I actually got involved coaching the women's like UNBC team up there, the University of Northern BC. Yeah. Prince George. They were just kind of getting a program going, and they go to like social tourneys like Jasper and go to Gobbler and Abbotsford. And we started doing that. And I did 1 year of coaching with the Nats, like one season with the Prince George Nats men's team, and learned lots of lessons. Because I came out like I basically came out of playing rugby and tried to coach like I was coached, like the old school. Like my old rugby coaches were just giant assholes who just scream at you all the time.
Yeah, you know what? I coached I kind of got out of playing sports and I got into coaching, which is something I'm going to do in the future too. But I was coaching lacrosse, and I remember how my coaches treated me, and I've kind of been a mix of all the coaches that have coached me. And kids just don't show up anymore then if you do that, and you gotta kind of, times are a change, and a lot of these kids' parents baby them, right? A couple parents will come up to you at the beginning of the year and go, yeah, you can yell at my kid, swear, whatever you want, but that's... My dad was like that, and it seems like a lot of the kids my age were, you know what I mean? Your coach is gonna yell at you.
Oh, totally, but like the dynamic of kids and like the dynamic of adult athletes who keep playing like amateur sport, it doesn't, like they're that mob mentality doesn't change. If one person that's like the ringleader doesn't like it, then people are going to start falling off. And you have to adapt to how people change. And kids are definitely like, they're not into, if it's not fun, like, and rightfully so, if it's not fun, why would you do it?
Yeah.
Like, people are like hockey's struggling, soccer's struggling, everything's struggling because they just kind of, it doesn't feel good to go and just get told what you're doing wrong all the time.
Yeah, but there is a fun, like, I really liked playing football when I was in grade. I don't know. I was probably pretty soft as a kid. Really, like I played hockey and lacrosse and stuff. But then I got like beat up when I was 13. So then my dad put me in boxing, and then like right after that, I started playing football. And my football coach, Dave Gracie, was like a counselor to kids, like a youth counselor, and he was like a city counselor. I guess two different kind of counselors. And that was that changed me into that whole, different mental state of coaches yelling, buying in, being tough, right? Because that's what it's all about is how mentally tough you can be, especially in sports.
Definitely, but there is that balance of being able to take critique and be coached versus this sort of just having that thin skin. There's a tendency to have thinner skin coming out of high school these days because that's something you're just getting with everything on social media and how exposed you are to just being trolled and bantered and cut down. But I definitely like to take the other way. I like to joke and play around with dudes, but at the end of the day, like when it comes to really getting better, you have to be coachable. Like you got to be willing to, and as a coach, you have to be willing to say things in a way that is digestible. You wouldn't like to get slapped in the face.
Yeah, no, and that's what's fun. Like that's fun for me when you're like, even though I'm 30, I still kind of show up with the attitude, let's get better as a team. Let's get like 1% better, or me, let's just get 1% better. And then at the end of the year, working hard, looking back at like how hard you worked and stuff, that's fun. That's rewarding. I mean, if you want to just have fun, go to men's night golf or something, right? But there's a different level of something when you still play contact sports into your adulthood and you still work towards something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember who said it. I'm probably going to mess up the quote, but it was something around like without an investment of hard work, losing doesn't hurt and winning doesn't feel good or something like that. Like it's, if you don't put in that work, like the win's just kind of blah, and then the losses are just kind of whatever. You just move on.
Yeah, I play slow pitch baseball, and I couldn't tell you the score of one game we've been in, right?
Yeah.
You don't practice, you don't but people that aren't playing serious sports take it seriously. Like somebody heckles them and they get mad, or they like ground out and they're like angry. And sure, you want to hit a home run or get on base, but it's not like we practice. Like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. That's their build up, right? Like that's their Saturday. That's their, like, all week they're building up to that. They've got their Under Armour sweatbands and white Oakleys on, and they're ready to roll.
Yeah, and then guy throws like an oversized beach ball at them underhand. So it's like,
and they jack it over the kids' fence.
Yeah. And what happens more often than not, those guys that try and do that just hit high fly balls to nobody.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, have you seen Moneyball? It's about getting on base.
Have you seen Moneyball? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Which is...
what's your on base percentage, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I don't bat 1,000, then I'm upset, right? I don't care about hitting home runs or whatever. I try and bat 1,000. I could just get on base the 5 times I'm a bat, and then that makes me happy.
Totally. Efficiency.
Also, recently you were in Miami. Was anything cool come of Miami? Florida now, all those kids, I guess, are still hanging out at the beach, not really caring about any social distancing.
Well, yeah, I guess school's not back in session, so they're probably still at Daytona Beach.
Yeah.
I was in Miami over Christmas. It's a beauty town. Like it's just like the Pitbull videos, man. It's this white silk suits and and Lamborghinis, but just getting to just lay out on the beach, and even it's cold for them in December as well. Like you go down there and people are like wearing sweatshirts at the beach. And my white ass is just sprawled out, sweating.
Yeah. And then,
yeah.
What was the other trip? Weren't you in Spain or something, Portugal or something like that, about the same time, or a couple weeks before or after or something?
Yeah, just after we did. I work with the Rugby Canada U20 program. I do performance analytics for them, and so basically it's a fancy way of saying I videotape your sessions and stat them and break them down, just like next gen for NFL, except it's like a small scale.
Yeah.
Just the team.
Like Moneyball.
So we'll, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. We look at a lot of like the same kind of efficiency things, like how many times you score from inside the 22, like what your efficiency is. I mean, every time you enter the 22, you come away with points, that kind of thing. Tackle efficiencies, contact efficiency, stuff like that. It's all real nerdy sports stuff, but it's a super good time.
Yeah, I like the nerdy sports stuff.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying.
Open up my coconut water here.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love the nerdy sports stuff. And then, I mean, you probably even have to start developing, what stats are more important and stuff, right?
Oh, exactly. I mean, modern analytics in sports right now is just like you're bottlenecking so much information. You just like pour in so much into the funnel, and then the usable bits really end up being super small. Especially with rugby, when you go into competition at like elite rugby tournaments, you have, unless you're at the World Cup and you're New Zealand, you're only going to have 2 or 3 days in between test matches to really get some usable information out of it.
Yeah.
So you really got to be good at identifying what needs to be pulled out, what needs to be presented, what probably needs to be presented, but you don't have enough time to do anything about it, so maybe push it to the side, And yeah, that's what we were doing in Portugal. We went to Lisbon for 10 days. So it was a bit of a short shot, but it was super fun. Hung out in a little beach community just outside of Lisbon.
Yeah. How many games did you guys play when you were there?
We played two friendlies against the U20 Portugal side.
Yeah.
And we got 2 W's out of it, which was awesome.
Nice.
There's a lot of question marks. They've kind of been, I've been with the program for 4 years. They've kind of been a real stickler for us. They stick around. They're fast. They're hard. Like they're definitely tough to deal with. They're a sticky team. And so I'd never worked with a program that had beat Portugal before.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to get 2 W's over there.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
They had robbed a couple close ones from us at the World Trophy Championship. So yeah, it was super fun.
Where was the World Trophy Championship?
Last year we were in Brazil. We were just outside of Sao Paulo.
Did you go to that?
Yeah, I was down there for almost 3 weeks.
Nice. This takes you everywhere.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been super lucky. Like it's such a weird story too, because it came about from just being a nerd about sports, and I had just started coaching with you guys in Calgary here with the Raiders, and I was just reaching out on LinkedIn to people who were in rugby analytics and just kind of like, I've been doing everything on like an Excel sheet and like counting tackles. Like I didn't have any software, I didn't have any like artificial intelligence to pull anything out.
Yeah.
And I called up, I hit up this guy named Callum from Rugby Canada. He was the analytics guy for their sevens program. So he goes to like basically everywhere they go on the HSBC World Sevens. They're banging out there, and he just goes around the world, and every 2 weeks he's going to a different continent. And so I hit him up, and he said, "Well, hey, if you wanted to do some stuff with the 20s, why don't you come over?" And I literally just jumped in my car and went down to Victoria, and that was it.
Yeah, that's
so I've been to Uruguay, I've been to Romania, gone out of the States a couple times for qualifiers, got to hang out in Houston, Texas during the summer, which was the most uncomfortable experience of my life.
Because just like muggy as heck and hot as heck?
Oh, just like, you watch like Friday Night Lights and you watch like all those like football movies where they're training out like doing 2 days in the heat.
Yeah.
And like it was like 40 degrees with 100% humidity. And you walk out of the hotel and we had these black SUVs that we were driving around in. And it's the leather, like you couldn't get it cool enough with the air conditioning to not burn your skin. So we had to start the cars like 45 minutes before we leave. And it's a wall of heat. And you wear a white t-shirt and it's clear as soon as you step out of the hotel.
Man, I wonder how those football kids do it. How do not more of them die? Like, that seems... I guess they're teenagers. I guess that's probably the answer.
Yeah, I mean, they do die. That's the thing. Like, there's a kid in university, a lineman. What the fuck is his name? This was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. Just like had a undiagnosed heart problem. Like banging out the second training of the day in 35-degree heat. Just heart kicks out.
Yeah, and then that probably makes you hard as fuck too. Like having these coaches be like having to dig deep, like trying to make the team when you're in your second practice and it hasn't dipped below 35 degrees and you're cramping up, right? That's why
you literally can't get enough water in your system fast enough.
Yeah, and they probably look at it like, oh man, you're from Canada. How do you deal with the cold? So I guess we have our own things, right?
Oh yeah, like if we shared videos of like our winter trainings where there's 2.5 inches of snow on the ground. It's just the beginning of winter and guys are doing burpees and running shuttles and doing scrum work and that, like people in the rest of the world would shake their heads at us.
Yeah, I'm adapted for that. Like I like Like, we go down to Vancouver or whatever, and it's raining hard, and I remember Shane, our scrum half, which it would suck because you have to sling the ball around and stuff, or these guys are like, oh man, like, I hate playing in this. And I'm like, really? I wear a hoodie, and I bring a towel, and I have plastic for my bag and stuff, but once I'm warmed up, bring it on. It's the great equalizer. Like, people that can't catch in the rain, I can catch in the rain, and if it's muddy out, then everybody's a little bit slower, makes me less slow in front of everybody. So I've always loved adverse conditions.
That's exactly it. You're a resilient dude.
Yeah, but the heat's bad.
The heat, man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like a room temperature rugby player. So like if it's like 20, 21 degrees out, a little bit of cloud, that's when I perform. Outside of that, it's like I'm holding on for the clubhouse.
The game gets so fast. It's like perfectly cut grass, nice sunny day, no, like maybe even cloud just covering the sun, so the sun's not even in your eyes. And then it's like, oh man, that's when it gets almost... when you can play in the rain, the game slows down. When you hear about athletes talking about the game slowing down for you, I need it to actually slow down for me.
Yeah. Go ahead and ask it to actually slow it down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exactly it, man. Like, a walk in the park, those days are just... that's why you play the other 90% of the games.
And back to that old football coach I had, that was his big mantra was... Anybody can do it when they're fresh. When everything's going your way, you can do it. But now that you're tired, now that you're hurt, now that it's raining, now can you do it, right? So that's always been kind of what sets people apart for me. And I notice people that complain and are down or that rise to the occasion. Like, that's the first thing I notice when I'm playing with teammates or whatever.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a great equalizer, right? Like, you see guys who can perform, or guys or girls who can perform in the perfect conditions, the room temperature conditions, I like to call it. But like some of those fields, some of those weather conditions can really bring everybody up to the same level and sort of like make a good player ordinary, and a guy who might not be the top fitness or top speed, but it'll bring him up, and like some people love it. Like, they love to get in the trenches and like. I don't like war metaphors or anything like that to do with sports, but it definitely puts people in the trenches. Yeah,
no.
Definitely.
I love.
Actually, Shane, that scrum half Shane, he had the same mantra that he used to shout out. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah, no.
I absolutely love him for that.
And
I carry that in those cold practices when I'm pissed off and my hands are frozen and I'm trying to stay warm. I always think if it was easy, everybody would do it.
And that circles back to why it's so rewarding. You can stay home, you
Oh,
know.
absolutely.
You can stay home and you can go to your, kiss your kids goodnight and watch a movie with your wife or whatever. Or you can, grind out these last couple years of athleticism that you got.
Yeah, feel free to stay home and watch The Bachelorette if you like.
You've been watching any good TV shows and movies?
Dude, I'm fully wrapped in Tiger King.
Yeah.
Like, I watched the last episode last night. I won't talk into it, but like I'm fully. I didn't think like, and not in any negative sense, but I didn't think that I would get so wrapped up into like a meth addict, tiger owner, gay love triangle, where they're talking murder for hire. Like I would just like if I read the description, like we walked, my wife and I, we looked past it 3 or 4 times on Netflix. Like we're not watching that. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, they're probably loving like that. Netflix is probably loving the whole apocalypse thing right now because what else are people gonna do? Like I canceled my DAZN account. I mean, I'm not watching any sports. I don't have cable, so I'm Netflixing it up. And I was gonna say at the top of the show, I forgot to mention I watched Coneheads. Have you ever seen Coneheads?
The original movie Coneheads?
Yeah, has like
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
And I can't remember his wife's name. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and
Saturday Night Live skit.
It's got it's got Sinbad is in it, and David Spade is in it. Adam Sandler is in it.
Sinbad. I haven't seen that movie probably since when it came out.
Yeah.
As a kid, I watched that movie.
Chris Farley is in it.
Farley's in it, yeah.
The guy that voices Troy McClure in The Simpsons, I forget his name.
Oh, Phil Hartman.
Yeah, Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
Because I guess these are probably all just Saturday Night Live guys.
All of it, yeah. They were so incestuous that whole everybody who got a movie deal just cast everybody else.
Yeah.
Like Billy Madison, as soon as Adam Sandler got Billy Madison, it's just like the entire cast was Saturday Night Live dudes.
Yeah. This Coneheads though, Coach, do you have Amazon Prime Video?
Yeah.
It's on there, and maybe some people might not like it or whatever, but it's my kind of humor. It's just absolutely does it in the way they talk, and it's not as because like you, I watched it when I was a kid, and maybe didn't get it. I was like, it's just one of those stupid, slapstick comedies, and it is not. It's layered and just awesome.
I almost just tried to do the Dan Aykroyd voice, but the posture and everything, the costumes. I remember watching it on Saturday Night Live, the actual skit they did. Yeah. Just the costumes and how they talk. I remember howling as a kid, just losing my mind.
Yeah,
my parents hated it.
Because Coneheads is a Saturday Night Live skit that they just spun off into a movie, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then what else was? Wayne's World was probably that as well.
Wayne's World was that, yeah. What other
Night at the Roxbury?
Do you remember Pat?
The what?
The show Pat?
No.
Holy hell. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was funny, but just the premise of it was kind of a gender neutral human being, you weren't sure. And it was called It's Pat, I believe.
Okay.
And it's just 90s humor. It's so awkward, I can't even begin to explain. But it was a skit on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. And
nice.
you weren't quite sure this character was just just sort of computer nerd, khakis pulled up over his or her waist. I can't remember. They don't really say whether Pat's a boy or a girl.
Yeah.
And dress shirt tucked in, collar button all the way up to top, big frame glasses and this little curly fro. And I remember it being, I didn't like it at all, but it was it blew up when I was a kid. I'm Googling it right now.
Have you seen it since you've been an adult or anything, or you just saw it when you were a kid?
No, I haven't. So I'm looking at the trailer right now.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, 1994. It's Pat.
Yeah, there's a... Okay, I'm gonna write this down. 1994. It's
I can send you a link.
There's a lot of stuff I watched as a kid that I was like, that's no good, and now that I'm an adult, I just love, man.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
What other Saturday Night Live... What do we say? Ninth Roxbury, Wayne's World, Coneheads. Oh,
Roxbury.
MacGruber?
MacGruber? Yeah. MacGruber was one that I watched the first time. I don't remember whether I was in a bad state of mind or just wasn't in the right mind to laugh. And I just kind of thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
And then, like, a year later, you watch it on like the movie channel or something like that. The probably the best sex scene ever of any movie ever created is in MacGruber when he has sex with his ex-wife, his dead ex-wife, in his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie is just awesome. When he finally gathers his whole crew and then they just blow up and everybody dies.
Oh yeah, when he runs off to, yeah, oh, that was good. I guess the Blues Brothers would have been I don't know if that's way before your time.
No, you know what? I don't know if I've seen it, but obviously cult classic. Yeah, that was probably a spin-off from Saturday Night Live.
Belushi and John Belushi and Aykroyd.
Yeah, we're probably...
Wayne's World's my favorite. That has to be my favorite.
Yeah, Wayne's World is... Wayne's World's good. Is Wayne's World 2 good? I don't know if I've ever seen Wayne's World. How many Wayne's World is there? 1, 2, and 3?
They did Wayne's World 2. It was like they kind of actually poked fun of it in the actual movie, but like it was just kind of a commercial movie. But they had so much money. They hired a whole bunch of like rock stars to be in it. And like Kim Basinger was actually in it for like the entire movie as Garth's love interest.
Right.
Like at that time, like 90, whatever that is, late 90s, that was like top A-list celebrities in it, and bands, like legit rock bands were in it, and it's like kind of commercial. To be a Wayne's World hipster, it was commercial.
If I ever wrote and directed a movie, I would write and direct myself a hot love interest.
Oh, why not? Well, you got it. In 1995, you got Kim Basinger on the go. Heather Locklear. Let's go.
Yeah, and then what's the...
It's a great show.
What's the... Oh, man, what is Wayne's girlfriend's name?
In the first one?
Isn't it the same girl in both of them?
I guess it would be I don't remember the second one, but it's Tia Carrera as the...
Right.
What's her name?
Oh, man.
She's like the lead singer.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get roasted for not knowing this.
Yeah, Tia Carrera. I remember the name of her band. I don't remember the name of her name.
There's a girl when we party in Vancouver. There's a girl at the Roxy that it seems like every time we're there, the live band is always the same, and it's like it's like the same sounding band, and the girl looks just like that girl.
Yeah, I've done a couple stints of the Roxy Roller. I think this is going back a ways, but I legit went after, and when I say went after, that sounds aggressive. When I legit went and confronted the lead singer of that band, like the house band at Roxy.
Yeah.
Because they were, I guess there was going to be an NHL strike coming up.
Yeah.
Like they were collective bargaining, and like hockey was going to go away, and like she made some comment about like fuck the Maple Leafs and like fuck the Canadians or something like that, and I like had a 2 a.m. drunk argument with her about like the state of the collective bargaining agreement with the NHL. Just like ridiculous banter with a hot girl on the street. Just nonsense.
Cassandra. I had to look it up, so
Cassandra.
Yeah, no bonus.
And her name was Cassandra.
Yeah, no bonus points to me for not knowing that one.
No, that's okay. I knew her name Tia Carrera, and her band was Crucial Talk.
Yeah. Fuck.
And Whale.
Yeah. And other than that, I've been listening to a ton of music lately. So, Simon and Garfunkel, you a fan at all?
Yeah. My best friend, he's the best man at my wedding. His family were like Argentinian hippies.
Yeah.
Dad was in the military, but like they were full on, like they've been in nude beaches and stuff like that. He's gonna hate me, but because you know he's listening. They used to love that stuff, like Scarborough Fair. Like we would drive around in his dad's station wagon listening to Scarborough Fair, The Sound of Silence.
Yeah, I still love. So I love Paul Simon too. Like you can call me Al and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put together like in these. I'm gonna add a new segment where I do like a 4-song playlist, and maybe this one.
Absolutely.
Maybe this one I'll just do all Simon or Simon and Garfunkel songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you could easily do a whole show talking about Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah. So from here on out, there we go. You heard it here first. I'll do 4 songs, so you can kind of maybe I'll just put it in the not the comment section, but that little description section below YouTube channels.
Yeah, dude.
And maybe I can even link videos or something, and I'll kind of do 4 songs. I don't think I could just play them on this, or else I'd get screwed for copyright infringement.
I think you likely get bounced off. They have algorithms for this. Like, you'll probably get bounced off YouTube if you're playing like whole. Unless you play it reverse or like change the speed of it or something like that.
Even when I was doing our, so I was videotaping our rugby team's games when I was out with knee surgery last year, and I was even just playing 15-second clips between, like, somebody'd score a try, and then I just put on, Wild Thing for 15 seconds or something.
Yeah.
And so immediately as soon as I put it on, it goes, this is flagged, you can't make any money off of it. And then some of the songs, and they tell you which song and what part of your video it's in, so you can actually like silent it and whatever.
Yeah.
But some of the songs, like Turn Down for What, it straight up like wouldn't let me upload the video. So some record companies are, yeah, and it's weird songs too. Like there's weird like Canadian folk songs that would just straight up take it down, like wouldn't even let me upload the video.
Yeah, and it's like you don't know what you don't know. Like there's some technology out there that we just can't understand. That they have written these algorithms to pick up. It's like that app. What's the app that you play music? Shazam.
Yeah.
Like you got to know that like they run the video through it, something like that, and it just comes out and like no, Universal Music has a zero tolerance policy.
Yeah,
you listen to Joe Rogan and stuff like that, and they're always warning each other not to put certain movies on or certain shows on or clips on because they don't want to get bounced off YouTube.
And if they get caught demonetizing one of their videos, they probably lose like $100,000.
Oh yeah, it's probably a big bag if you get caught doing that.
Yeah, we were singing karaoke there a month back, and we did that trivia night, and we won the trivia night, so we posted the trivia thing. And for some reason, we also posted a picture of like a boner on it. Just like looked up nice boner in Google for some reason, and we added that. I don't know why, but that didn't even make it. You go to hit post, and it's like, nope, this is a penis. You're not allowed to have this on here.
Siri, look up nice boner.
Yeah, pretty much. So we had that, and wouldn't even let us put it up. So I don't know.
That's heavy, man. You can't get away with anything these days.
Yeah. What if? I wonder how they can tell it's a boner. How does a computer tell there's a boner?
Yeah, because it's not going across like one guy's screen. Like one guy isn't, or girl isn't just like looking at everybody's posts as they go through. There has to be an algorithm where they like taught a computer how to look for a dick.
Right, and this was so instant. It wasn't like it was uploaded and somebody flagged it and got taken down. It was like as soon as you hit post, red flag, your post has been taken down.
And that's on some computer programmer's resume, where he I wrote Facebook's dick algorithm, like.
And he just sits there, and his day job is to find all the porn and all the pictures of dicks and boobs on the internet so that anyone that matches up with that dick or boob, it goes, no, we know this is a dick, alright, we know this picture.
Yeah. Facebook knows this dick.
It might actually be like that, I don't know. Like, what if I put a picture, like a brand new picture of my dick? I'll try that and we'll see how long that stays up.
Yeah. Hey. Test the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Take that, Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Hey, my
Nice one.
Hey, my mom and dad, who's my Facebook friend. What's up?
It's for science, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, testing the internet, Mom. Don't worry about it.
Did your folks, we looked at your folks' house online. Took the virtual tour, we're looking at buying a house in the next little while.
Yeah, they sold it.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they sold it, and
kind of liked it.
Oh, dude, it's I'm impartial or partial or whatever you want to say. I like it because I grew up there, right? Like I have all my memories there. Yeah. We threw so many parties. The backyard has this like as we were growing up, we planted small cedars, and as we grew up, the whole backyard is completely encased with 10-foot cedars. So a completely private backyard. My dad put in like a little fish pond with a waterfall, like a little creek that is back there, like they with a pump and stuff. And then we all just built like an outside barbecue, like an outdoor kitchen kind of. Like we made these concrete countertops, we built it all ourselves, and it just turned it into such an awesome space out back. And then my parents owned it for, like, I never lived in another place. I'm 30 years old right now, and I was born into that place. And then I've been living on my own for 6 or 7 years now or whatever. But other than those two places, I never moved or anything. So I like downtown. It's right by the rugby club. I went to school there. Like, I know every corner of every street downtown Kamloops.
Yeah, that was part of the attraction. That's so cool. Like, just like be smack dab in the middle of downtown, walking distance to everything.
I have stumbled.
It's funny you say that. Like you grow up in like a house that it looks one way when you start there. Like you plant those cedars. Like I go back by my old house in Abbotsford sometimes, and it's just the trees are huge. And the house doesn't even look the same. Like from my memory.
Yeah, when I was about 4 or 5, my parents actually put a big addition onto the house. So they like brought in excavators and dug under the house, put it on stilts, put in a basement, and then built off the back of it.
Oh wow.
So it was a pretty big process, and so double it, and now it's like 5-bedroom or something. 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It's pretty big. And then my mom just took such good care of it, like was always painting and on my dad to fix this or that. And my dad like re-sided the whole house, and had a buddy from my lacrosse team. We got on the roof and did, because there's one section where the kitchen is, like a covered roof where we actually tarred it ourselves and stuff. But a lot of work went into that place, and I'm definitely sad to see it go, that's for sure.
Well, totally. Looking at the photo, it sounds kind of creepy saying this, but like in the basement, there's like a JJ Walden official jersey on the wall, isn't there?
Yes, that is creepy, but yeah.
It was like Double J's junior football jersey?
Yeah, because I played like my whole junior football career for the Broncos, so they gave me the jersey when I retired. So when I say retire, when I aged out and had to hang up my football cleats.
Yeah.
When the
they don't retire that jersey, did they? Were you that superstar there?
Yeah, I was pretty much that superstar.
Nice.
You know, pretty easy when you're playing for the Kamloops Broncos when, you know, the 8 games we won there is pretty much 8 of the 16 they'd won in history.
That's a big year.
Dude, they are. Oh, let's not even get into that because they're that's a heartbreaking scenario, man.
It's tough, man.
Yeah, I got my butt kicked for too long thinking that it was going to be all for something, and then now they're worse than they've ever been.
Hey, I've been on. I hold a claim to fame in terms of rugby clubs that I've been on 2 teams that have won promotion or been accepted for promotion up into the Premier Division, and I've rode both of those teams back down to the other division to the first division.
Yeah, nice.
So I've had my fair share of hard times over 17 years of being a player.
Life's are ups and downs, man, and you know, you can handle failing in life because you've failed in sports sometimes.
Totally. It teaches you how to celebrate the wins, right? Like celebrate, stay in the good times. Don't stay in the bad times.
Oh yeah, I celebrate the wins for sure.
I know you do, JJ.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Well, all right. Well, that's a good. Well, let's end it on that note. Let's. Here's to more wins, there, Coach.
Absolutely. Cheers to you, buddy.
We'll get it.
First deep in coconut water here.
Yeah, we'll get it back. We'll get back out there. We'll get the wins rolling in again, and you know, back to. And we're making some big decisions with the club too. So I mean, stay tuned. We're gonna.
I mean, I can tell you now that we're keeping a 3rd division team, but we're moving our 2nd division up to 1st for next year.
Oh, we're actually okay. So that's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The declaration has gone in. I was letting the boys know today, so it'll go up on Facebook by the time this is probably put up on YouTube.
Yeah.
It'll be on Facebook for the boys. Time to start training.
Wow. So we're doing it.
Preseason started yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's how I'm treating it anyway. So that's That's it. We're going 1st division.
Yeah, dude.
And Premier League Reserve is coming down to 1st division or something too. Hey.
Yeah. So it's going to be a nice big even league, which is what has been struggling with the 1st division.
And that's
the first. Sorry, go ahead.
That's almost going up like 2 divisions then, or something. Like that's gonna be quite a jump for us. It's
gonna be tough, man. Yeah. So like I say to the boys, like I'll back any one of the Kamloops Raiders in a phone booth against somebody. Like there's no shortage of toughness or physical ability. We gotta get together and put the minutes in. So I'm pumped for the challenge. It's gonna be sweet.
Right, and our season's fully canceled. Hey, I think that came down the pipeline last week.
Yeah, totally. COVID has definitely chopped that up. For some reason, BC Rugby is going to still name a league champion for all the leagues, with 60% of the league played. So
no, you can't do. So what? They get a trophy in their clubhouse, even though they played like half the games.
Yeah, we should brand it. We should brand an asterisk onto each one of those trophies before we send it out.
Yeah, enjoy your. Yeah. I would not. I wouldn't even want that trophy.
Yeah. Exactly. But I think they're still going to do it. It sounds like. So we'll see what happens.
Well, so I guess the next time we're out there as a Division 1 squad.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, that inspires me to get back on the bike here today, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Smash those meters. Little victories every day, man. I'm getting it. I'm doing the same thing. All the other boys doing work has inspired me. I'm on a training program and in the iron jungle in my backyard.
Good, and let's hope because of this, all the other teams in the province are all eating Doritos and not getting exercise. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
But our team's working hard, so it's going to be good.
Absolutely, every day.
Okay, Coach. Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Appreciate it. Love what you're doing.
All right, take care.
Talk to you later, dude.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Okay, and that ends that. So, I had Brit and Anna on the show the other day, and I recorded it, which I don't like to do. I like to record it and then put it up right away. But they kind of bailed on me. So I just ended up recording theirs like the next day in the early afternoon or something. Can't remember what happened, but I'll either put that on before or after this video. And at the end of theirs, oh man, I won't even get into it, but stick around. I got Brit and Anna, and of course, if they've already been on, then we're going straight into microwave and stuff. So we'll have a good episode of microwave and stuff. Stick around.
Oh my god. I listened to the last one, and our voices sounded exactly the same, Brit. Really? Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, so you gotta kind of Okay, I'm gonna hit record. Okay, hit record. Welcome to the show.
Hello. So exciting.
Thanks for being on.
Woo!
So you said, do I have anything to bring up? I had Kyle on the show yesterday, and he was saying, hey, do you have anybody else on the show today? I was like, yeah, I think Brittany and Anna are going to join me. And he's like, oh, I don't know Anna, but I think Brittany, I've met her. You guys know Kyle, kind of friend of the club, I think.
Redhead Kyle?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, Brittany, like works for Disney? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And he's like, no, like, yeah, Brittany. I was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I think she's like a fitness instructor or something. So, do you actually work for Disney?
I do, yeah.
Can we talk about that on the air?
Yeah, of course we can. I can't, like, say what I do exactly, but I can kind of talk about it.
Nobody knows anyways, Britt. Every time you say it, I forget.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. Every time I talk about it, people are like, okay, but what do you do? So, yeah, I do. I mean, I still do classes, too. I haven't taught case spin for a while, but thinking about going back. It's just a matter of having the spare time, because I have negative time ever. So.
And it's shut right down, hey, all those spin classes and stuff right now anyway?
No, yeah, they're doing them online, so they've, like, rented bikes out. Yeah, so that's kind of cool, but they're doing it that way. Yeah, Sam's really stepped up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, straight up rented out bikes to people in the community so they can still come to classes. And, yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. The classes are, like, posted online, too, so.
That is sweet.
Yeah, like, it's good. I wish I had a bike here, but I'm down.
Do you still have to pay $15 a session, though, even if it's online?
No, if you're renting a bike, it's like a $99 a month unlimited, and it's just like for your bike rental for the classes, and they can bring you shoes and weights too.
Yeah.
They get you all set up, which is pretty cool.
Nice. So
Yeah.
Disney, are you like? Do you go to set and like? Were you at Beauty and the Beast? Like.
Yeah, JJ, and all my time, that on top of nursing school, I magically am at Disney sets all the time too.
Have you ever been to Disneyland?
I have. I've been 21 times.
You've been to Disneyland 20 times?
That's a lot.
21.
Get it?
There's
Oh
only
boy.
so many fucking Manhattan rides you can go on, man.
No, man, every time it's new and every time it's better. Like, I wish I could say that I get bored of it, but I don't think I'll ever get bored of it. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Like,
Have you been to Disney World?
No.
See, that's where I want to go.
Yeah, not, like, Kaylee and I want to do a trip there, but we'll see if that happens.
So how long have you worked for Disney?
Just over 2 years.
And in that time, have you gone 21 times, or did you go as a kid and stuff?
I went as a kid quite a bit because my stepdad is American, and his ex-wife actually is an engineer for Disney, so she, like, engineers the rides. So his kids, I've actually only gone and, like, paid full price twice of those times.
That's like been so much because you're for free.
Yeah, if I had to pay full price, I would not be going, but I actually haven't gone as a cast member myself yet, which is something I really want to do. But when I was young, we used to go at Thanksgiving and Christmas with my step family because, like, their mom works there, obviously, so she could get us in. And then when I lived in San Diego as well, I went twice. So, because I had friends that worked there too.
I didn't know you lived in San Diego. I didn't know you were in nursing school. Like, I guess.
What the hell, JJ? What do you know about me?
JJ.
I guess we.
I thought we were friends.
What the fuck, man?
Well, that's kind of the beauty of the video podcast here is that now I know these things, right?
How did you not know that about me?
I didn't even know you worked for Disney. I didn't even... San Diego, I've been to San Diego, I liked it. San Diego's probably one of my favorite places I've ever been in my whole life.
Yeah, I loved it there. I wish I didn't have to come back.
What do you do, JJ?
Hey?
What do you do?
I'm in, like, construction project development.
Yeah, I knew that.
So...
Yeah, I didn't know.
I wear the hat. You know what's actually kind of crazy? There's a lot of people around the rugby club that obviously the Thompsons, I kind of know they're all in what they're doing. But everybody else, I basically don't know what they do. Like, Jose's an electrician, but everybody, and that's the beauty of it. Everybody kind of works hard, does their blue collar thing, and then leaves that all behind them and shows up on Saturdays anyway.
Yeah.
Whether you're a lawyer or an executive or like a big high up at the mine or you're a first year apprentice or something, right?
I've noticed a lot of rugby people have like pretty high end jobs. You just expect everyone to be like fucking hillbilly, like doing nothing. But everybody's like all professional and shit.
Yeah.
And then you see them party on a Saturday and you're like, I don't know if I trust you to do that for me.
We're all kind of professional degenerates.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and you can be kind of professional. And this is what I'm going through right now is you're kind of one person all week long and you get this ball of anger that builds up inside and you can just let it out on Saturday, smash each other, grown-ups run into each other, and then get wasted drunk, right? And so you can get your week's worth of anger out.
And your week's worth of drinking out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All in one day.
Yeah, I probably do more than a week's worth of drinking on Saturday nights usually.
Oh yeah. Saturdays are the only day I drink.
Yeah, me too, man. Like, I've noticed since, like, season has been done, I have, like, my skin's cleared up, I've lost weight, I'm like...
Yeah, I feel like I've started drinking more because of this.
Oh my gosh. I'm working out less, but drinking less, so it's, like, actually doing good. I don't know, it's weird. My body's weird. Yeah. I can't believe you didn't know that, JJ.
No, what? The San Diego thing or the Disney thing or nursing school thing or all three?
Like, how do you not know anything about me? I thought we were bros.
I thought it was...
What do you know about me?
I thought it was Fit with Brit and you were just like a personal trainer or something like that.
I mean, I do that too, but like... I'm a multifaceted human, JJ.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're so highly requested to be on the show.
Okay. Okay, sure. We'll go with that.
I like how our friend said, Brittany has a lot of podcast experience, in brackets, listening to them.
Yeah, that's fair. I do listen to a lot of podcasts, and but it's funny because Jess and Jordan got me on podcasts. Like, I remember it was I think it was last season, I walked into the change room and Jordan was like getting ready before practice and blaring Call Her Daddy, and she was like crying laughing in the corner, and that's like what got me hooked on podcasts because like we were listening to it and it was talking about like if your sugar daddy is someone who lives in Dubai and like how he'll send you to Dubai and you need a sugar daddy that lives in Dubai, like that sort of shit, and it was so funny. And now I just listen to podcasts all the time.
That's funny. My cousin has a sugar daddy that lives in Dubai.
Really?
Yeah, she actually just moved there.
What?
Yeah.
Shut up.
She moved there. They have a couple kids, and now their kids are in like high-end luxury schools in Dubai and stuff. But right now, and for a month or two, the Middle East has been shut right down, eh? So the kids aren't going to school, and her husband can't even get back into the country. So.
Holy shit! How old is he and how old is she?
I have no idea. I could guess.
That's not a sugar daddy. That's a husband. Like, if they have kids together, that's not a sugar daddy.
Well, it might have started that way, though.
Did it?
Yeah, I don't know. I concede. Maybe it isn't sugar daddy, but...
Did she meet him online? Did she sell him her underwear?
Or her feet pics? Because, honestly, the dream is to find someone who I can sell feet pics to and who will pay my tuition. Because, nursing school isn't cheap. So,
well, I know someone who literally just went on a date with a guy, sent him a picture of her tits, and then she got $500.
I know who you're talking about because we've had that conversation.
I know. It's like, how easy is that? show a little
guys
bit,
tried it?
take me out for dinner, give me some money.
Like, I 100%, one night I was bartending at the club, and it was like me and Davey and Shayna and like someone else, and we were like, let's make a speaking arrangements profile. So I did, and like all the guys on there literally like I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna see if I can sell someone my feet. And literally every guy on there was like, I'll only do this if you have sex with me. I was like, okay, I'm not a fucking prostitute. Like, get out of here.
Only my feet are prostitutes,
Yeah,
right?
only my feet. No other part of my body is up for sale. Only my perfectly pedicured feet.
Well, especially if you don't have to have your face in the picture, right? If you can show your boobs online or whatever.
But the thing is, like, guys are so dumb. You can easily Google sorry, JJ, that was offensive. You're not dumb. Guys are
Just Google some tits.
Yeah, Google tits, send a picture, get fucking paid.
You know what? Maybe I'll do
Their
that.
own tits.
Maybe I'll just pose catfish like I'm a hot girl. And yeah, I'll just send some. You'd have to have face in it for the $500. I think the guy would demand your face be in it.
I don't think there was. He didn't. Just a
Because
lonely, horny man looking for some titties and dinner.
Yep.
but
Titties and dinner. That's all we all want.
you know, I guess it's the dinner. He's just saying the titties thing just to like cover his manliness, but he's just lonely and wants dinner. Is probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's why
He's trying to seem like more of a perv to be like, I don't just want companionship. I need to get off.
Exactly. Yeah. That's kind of the opposite of how girls work, I think. And then kind of the only other thing I had written down here is you're doing that 90s sitcom intro. How's that going?
The what?
Brit was doing some sort of 90s. She wanted us to send a picture of or am I not supposed to talk about it? Some sort of.
Oh no, I don't give a shit.
Some sort of.
Yeah, we're all supposed to wave, but nobody sent you any videos.
Yeah, nobody's fucking done it. Like literally, Charisse and Elliot and Frankie did it, and all of theirs are great, but nobody else will do it. So can you guys just like?
What exactly is it? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, you know like the intro to Full House when they're like doing something.
Never watched it.
Okay, well that's your first fucking problem. Did you watch any like 90s sitcoms, or are you too young for that shit?
Like Seinfeld and Friends.
Okay, yeah, you're too young for that shit. So like,
I was born in '95, so.
Oh, Anna, you're such a baby.
I know.
Okay, so it's like this, Anna. You're kind of doing something. Maybe you're chopping vegetables, or doing yard work, or playing with your kids. You're doing some sort of activity. Well, at the beginning of these 90s shows, they played these long intros, probably a 2-minute theme song, right? And so you're pushing your kid on the swing and the theme song's going, and then you notice the camera's there, so you give the camera kind of, put your hands on your hips and you give the camera a little smirk.
Yeah, like you wave to the camera like you're supposed to act like you're not doing, like you don't see the camera, and then so you're like, oh hey, there's the camera, and wave it and
like
get back to what you're doing.
Like you didn't actually know it was there.
Yeah.
You're like, oh wow, a camera.
Were theirs legit, or was it kind of like funny? Like, what if I'm burying a body in the woods and then I notice the camera and go, oh.
That'd be so funny.
That to Brit.
Yeah.
Or I'm like shoving a cat into a microwave and then I notice the camera, or.
No, that's too far.
I'm not actually gonna microwave the
I
kids.
think it'd be funny.
It's for.
I'm fine with you burying a body, but you can't. Don't fuck with cats, man.
Well, I'm not gonna microwave my cat. Well,
you just said you're pissed off at it.
she is getting on my nerves, but.
Because you're spending too much time there.
Yeah.
Fucking quarantine cat.
Yeah,
My
I
cat
just.
will not leave me alone. She's like literally attached to my hip. It's so fucking annoying.
I make my cat go outside. Like, she meows and I just launch her outside.
See, I live in a part of town where it's like infamous for cats going missing in the alley behind my house. So I actually kind of love my cat, as crazy as she drives with me, and as much of a possessed little bitch she is, I don't want to lose her.
Right, because that Chinese food store is in the
We have a
alley.
barn cat who's the neighbor's cat, and it just basically lives here now. And his name is Ralph, so I named the cat Ralph. So it's a good kitty, though.
You have quite original pet names.
Ralph.
Ralph, Sunshine, and Kronk.
Yeah. And the bull's name is Chuck, and I scratch his ear.
The bull's name is Chuck?
Yeah, there's two, Chuck and Joe. And Chuck likes his ears scratched.
Wow. I want to come out with you guys do branding.
Yeah, for sure.
I will. I love it.
We're up to 11 cats.
Really?
6, yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Exciting. I'll come brand all of them.
All right.
I will.
You want to come too, JJ?
Yeah, do you cut their balls off too when you brand them?
Yeah, Mike says that.
Mike says that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you fry them up in some like garlic and butter after?
I did try it last year. Not a fan. Not a fan.
I could, like,
I was like, fuck it, let's try this out. People do it all the time. And then we did it real nice too. We made them shake and bake and like, yeah, like we went all out with the nuts, but they're not that great.
There is like a certain way to make them good, I'm sure.
There's no way to make those good. You're eating the testicles of another animal. Like, my thought is like, what if there's still like fucking semen in there and you bite it and the semen like squirts out?
Dude, they're babies.
That's added
there
flavor.
There could still be semen in there.
No.
Ugh. I can't.
And
They're little tiny nuts. Like they're probably the size of like a lab nut. Well, that's pretty big. So like, if you look at a grown bull's nuts, they're fucking like 5 inches long. They're massive. That's what I'm worried about. So you're not eating those big fuckers. You're having a little. Well, it wasn't good anyways. I didn't like it.
Ugh. Like, the thought of that literally is almost as bad as the M word for me. Like, oh.
What about if you like slow cook them and put barbecue sauce or?
Well, we can try it, JJ. You can try them out. Put some garlic butter and stuff on there.
JJ's gonna come out for branding and like start his own. The podcast is gonna turn into like a how to cook cow's nuts show.
Yeah, little prairie oysters.
Yeah, in the microwave.
Yeah, in the microwave. Throw some metal in there too. Put a fork in with them.
Did you do that last week, JJ?
Yeah, you should check out the end of my last couple episodes. I've microwaved some cool stuff.
Yeah, you didn't watch the video? Except you like soft cocked out and you didn't let the WD-40 burn.
You think I should have just let it keep going?
I think you should have just waited for it to explode and ruin your microwave.
Well, what I think happened was the like pressure release valve goes and it just sprays out everywhere. So the pressure doesn't actually build in those cans. So what I'll have to do is somehow break that valve so that the pressure on the inside does grow and grow.
Yeah, or throw a lighter in there.
Ooh, do that.
Have you put a lighter in yet?
I have not. I can do that. You know what blew up the most was an egg.
Yeah. Was it a hard-boiled egg?
I put in a hard-boiled egg and a regular egg, and I can't really tell which one blew up. They both kind of blew up.
No, I did that by accident. When I used to work at Rona, I did that by accident because I was like, oh, I'm going to heat up this hard-boiled egg. And
you idiot.
I know, and the whole fucking back end of the store stunk like eggs. It was so bad. I was like, I'm an idiot.
Fuck. So you put a potato in, will that explode?
I wonder, because if you don't poke holes in a potato and you bake it in your oven, it could explode, they say.
Yeah.
Okay, do a lighter and a potato.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But separately, not together.
Or maybe together.
Oh, you know, that too. Wait, separate and then together.
Yeah,
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys just skip to the end of those last couple episodes, maybe you'll find something that I microwave that's... I think most people just skip over the me talking anyway and just go...
Just go straight to the microwave, yeah.
They listen to the rap song at the start and then go right to the...
No, I definitely skipped the rap song.
I think it's a pretty good rap song. I'm not going to lie.
I listened to like good 10 seconds of it and I was like, okay, I want to hear my voice.
I actually made those beats myself using the GarageBand app.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Yeah, it's all like sliders and then you just layer. It's pretty easy and it kind of makes me question how easy being like Dr. Dre actually is.
Oh, so easy.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna be I'm gonna come up with a whole rap album here pretty soon.
Oh yeah, well you're stuck inside, so you might as well.
Yeah. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you for free.
Oh, even better.
Maybe I'll do
Yeah,
like a rap.
Get it for free.
Maybe I'll do a show down at the club once this is all over.
Yeah.
Good. We'll hire you for an event.
Yeah, and just.
And then midway through a 90s intro, wave to the camera.
Yeah.
That's
Because then I can make my fucking video. I just want to make a funny video, and none of you guys are letting me live my life right now. It's fucking annoying.
well,
Brittany, we
now,
all have way more things to do at this time, okay?
well, now that you're on
Like,
here,
what other things do we have to do right now?
Watching the Tiger King.
I can't even get into that show.
you gotta watch, like, you gotta just crush out the first 2 episodes and then you'll get into it. It's hard to get through the start.
Okay.
You know who started COVID-19? It's Carol Baskin.
Probably.
That fucking bitch.
What a fucking bitch. Bitch, Carol Baskin. Ate her, fucking fed her goddamn husband to the Tigers for sure.
Yeah. That's funny. That's exactly what I had Kyle phone into the show the other day to talk just about Tiger King.
I've only watched the first, I think, 3 episodes. I think I'm on 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started last night, so I couldn't get too far into it, but it is hilarious.
It just keeps getting better and better, too.
Yeah? Okay, well, I gotta finish it off.
Yeah. Also, like, is Stampede gonna happen this summer, or what?
Yeah, I saw Alex posted in the group and said that they have every intention of making it happen. Like, I don't know if I can go a summer without Stampede. Like, it was
You
so
missed your first one last year.
I know, and I'm addicted, okay? I can't
yeah,
stop. Like, JJ, on the Sunday when you did, like, when we were all fucking doing substances, and when, I'm trying to be discreet, guys, and you and me and Aaliyah did that tour of the whole grounds. That was so fucking funny.
I don't...
Like, Aaliyah and I talk about that on a regular basis, how much fun we had that tour. Yeah, JJ was like, I'm going to give you guys the unofficial tour of the Stampede grounds, and just, like, showed us all
Did you
around.
check out the clubhouse?
Pardon me?
Did you check out the clubhouse?
Oh, yeah.
Like downstairs too?
No, not downstairs. That's where all the naked people.
I got to go downstairs last year. Not last year, 2 years ago. I got to have a shower. It was wonderful.
What happened on that tour that was so... I vaguely remember it.
It was just like, you were just hilarious. Like, you were like JJ living his best life, and you were like, oh, here we have, like, there was a bunch of those guys doing an elephant walk, and you were like, oh, if you look over this way, you'll see a team doing an elephant walk, and you'd, like, try to figure out what team it is, and you were like, as you can see, they're grabbing each other's dicks, like, just being so, like, professional and reporting about all of it, and it was so fucking funny. Like, Aaliyah and I just died.
Good, good.
Man, I wish I was in that. I was probably passed out in my tent somewhere.
You were. You 100%
Oh.
were.
Man, I gotta cool it when I'm there.
Oh, God.
What?
So that's when I really come alive, though. That's
Anna Banana time.
That is all weekend Anna Banana time.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I go crazy. When I come home after, I'm in like a depression for 2 weeks. Might be because
Well, that's mostly because me too, but mostly because I've hung over for 2 weeks.
I was gonna say mostly because my body's ravaged from playing sports, wasted drunk.
Yeah,
fair.
and other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anna, I loved, like, last year, probably one of my favorite moments from you was when we were playing Abbotsford, and you, like, I was sitting on the sidelines, and I was the farthest thing from sober, and I looked out there, and you were doing, like, the wobble and jiggle dance, and the thing is, you think that the game hasn't started yet, but it 100% has. You were just, like, doing your wobble and
standing
jiggle.
by myself dancing.
Yeah, I was like, Anna, we're playing, and you were like, oh, and, like, took off. It was so fucking funny, because, like, that wobble and jiggle dance makes me so happy every time you do it, and watching you
gotta
do
get
it.
real low. As low as you can go for as long as you can do it for. That's why I got such good quads, honestly.
I mean, fair.
From the dance.
Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. I think Stampede's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And
my mom works with the provincial health minister right now, and she said that like the next 2 weeks, because we've had like social distancing protocols in place for 2 weeks now. So the next 2 weeks are pretty crucial to see like what the numbers do cases wise as to what happens going forward. Like if they stay stagnant, we might be in like isolation for another 2 weeks and then be allowed out of it. But if they like go up, we need to look at like putting on a serious lockdown. Like the next 2 weeks are pretty critical to what's going to happen next.
And then
Stay home, Nancy.
And then they say everybody can go outside, and then everybody goes outside, and then it spikes again, maybe. So, who friggin' knows?
That's the thing, right?
Yeah. Well, it happened with the Spanish flu, too. Well, because everyone's like, oh, in the summer it'll die down. But then what happened with the Spanish flu in, like, 1918 or whatever, everybody was fine afterwards for the summer, and then the fall came around, and it hit, like, full force, even worse than before.
Oh, don't say that.
So if everyone's like, oh, summertime comes around, we're fine, we're good, and, like, cases drop, but then as soon as fall hits, fucking 110% corona.
Well, the thing is that, like, viruses can't survive in the heat. So that's why, like, people get sick more in the winter. Is because, like, a virus scientifically can't, like, they don't live very well in heat. They don't like them. So that was.
But if you think about it, the human body is 37 degrees Celsius. And our fucking outside in the summer rarely gets that high. So, and they live in us.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a good point. But, like, they can live in us, but they wouldn't live on surfaces is what I'm saying. Like, as soon as it, like, gets past,
they can attach to something?
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as it, like, it wouldn't be as contagious in the summer because, like, you'd have to pass, like, inner body to inner body type of thing.
Nice. Yeah. Well, that happens a lot in the summer.
I mean, especially if they're
rugby!
Exactly. So what's this tent story? I don't know if I've heard it. Some guy was sleeping in one of your guys' tents or something, and then so you kicked him out, or what?
No. So what happened was, first of all, it was my birthday, so give me a fucking break, people.
What's your birthday?
Second of all, we were at Chilliwack. Sorry, go ahead, JJ.
Okay, I was gonna say it was your birthday, like July 1st or whatever, but it's a different tournament. It's the Chilliwack tournament.
Yeah, no, we're in Chilliwack. It's in August.
Yeah.
And so I partied real hard till about 10 p.m. And then I decided to go to bed. So I go to bed. I was really good about it. Went to bed. Wake up to two guys with flashlights in my eyes screaming at me to get the fuck out. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And they're just screaming, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. What is happening? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm sleeping. Fuck off. This is my tent. And they're like, no, it isn't. And I was like, yes, it fucking is. And they're like, no, it isn't. So it turns out I went to bed in the wrong tent. And and every time I think about getting attacked, I'm just like, I'm going to full on rugby tackle some fucker. If someone attacks, I used to walk my dog at night sometimes.
Yeah.
And every time in my mind, I'd be like, if someone comes and attacks me, I'm just going to full on rugby tackle them and fucking kick them in the nuts and run off. So I get out of the tent. They finally coaxed me to get out of it. And I was like, this is my fucking tent. What are you talking about? So I get out. We all stop yelling. And I start to walk away. And then I fully just run at the dude as hard as I can and tackle him right into the blackberry bushes.
Oh, those bushes suck.
Yeah, so right into the bushes, I just take him out full. It's probably the best tackle I've ever had, actually.
Yeah.
And, take him out there, and then after that, we all calmed down. And luckily, they were nice, and they brought me back to my own tent. And I kept saying, like, but my wallet and everything's in that tent. And they're like, no, it isn't. This is your tent. And so I wake up in the morning, totally forget everything. I, like, have scratches all over me. I go pee, and I'm like, oh, I must have fell over while I was peeing last night or something. They must have fell into the bushes. And then Joey's like, dude, do you remember last night? And I was like, what? And then these two guys are randomly at our camp, and they're like, did you get all your shit? And I was like, oh, my God. And it all came back to me. And, just full on took a guy out. because I was in his tent. And I guess I fell asleep on one of the beds and then just pulled the whole other, like, air mattress on top of me as a blanket.
Oh my god, Anna.
So I was just, like, sleeping in their tent with all the beds on top of me. But seriously, who yells at a fucking hammered person to get out of a tent? Like, if I saw someone, I would be like, hey, buddy, this isn't your tent.
Especially if it's a girl, maybe you're like, oh, nice, like... She likes me. Sweet.
Well, I'm lucky that they weren't complete fucking assholes and, like, tried something.
Well, people in the rugby community, I would say, wouldn't really. I mean, you don't hear about that much, I hope, anyway.
Yeah, but I'm lucky that they weren't like, oh, a hot girl in our tent.
Yeah,
that's, and we're like, hey, let me just hop in with her.
Yeah.
But they also could have been a lot more chill about it. Like, I'm obviously fucked up. Don't scream at me while I'm sound asleep and flash lights in my eyes.
We had one of our out-of-town guys, who shall remain nameless. We were partying down, it might have been before the club actually, and we were partying downtown, and he was going to stay over at another buddy's house downtown. And so everybody gets drunk or something, and so he stumbles home, loses all our friends, falls asleep, finds the guy's house, goes inside, falls asleep on the couch. Like, morning comes around, some guy comes out of his room, he's like, who the hell are you? The buddy had gone into the wrong house. And he's now sleeping. Oh no, he was in his bed. The guy comes home and he's in his bed. So,
what?
Yeah, so he comes home, he's like, what the hell are you doing? And so he goes, like, about to kick his ass, and he sees he's wearing our rugby logo, had the shirt on. And he's like, oh, rugby club. All right, man, you can go sleep on the couch. And, like, put him on the couch, and then the next morning, like, made him some eggs and breakfast, and said, okay, you gotta get out of my house now.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, that's understandable. You come home to your own house and see some rando in your bed get mad. But, like, I was in a tent at a fucking rugby tournament. Give me some slack. We don't have to scream at me. Fuck.
I would beat somebody up if they were sleeping in my bed. This guy actually got put and tucked into the couch and made breakfast the next morning.
See, that is a good human. Would you be pissed though if you found someone in your tent at Stampede?
I mean, it depends on the person.
Well, I guess. Well, if there were like two people fucking in there naked or something, then yeah, I'd be like, can you get the fuck out of here? It's just me by myself.
Yeah.
With my banana hat on, and then I lost my banana hat. I was freaking out. Went looking for it in the morning. It was in the blackberry bushes, so.
See, I lost my KRC bucket hat at Stampede, and I didn't realize it until the other day when I was looking at pictures, and I was like, oh fuck, where's my bucket hat?
Yeah, I had 2 of those at one point, and I've lost them both.
Yeah, I somehow managed to keep my banana hat.
Those are wicked KRC hats, so I wonder if they have any left.
Yeah. I don't know. If not, we should get some ordered.
Yeah. I was thinking of buying one of those and then putting bananas all over that.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. And then I see at like other tournaments and stuff, people from other teams are sometimes repping those hats.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've been like, hey.
Probably because they found them and fucking stole them.
Probably.
Or hopefully not. Hopefully they bought them, or got given them. Trade hats. The best thing to do is trade gear. If you have some Kamloops gear and this guy has some whatever gear, you can trade it. I'm wearing a college rifles hat right now, actually.
Yeah, that's true. I'd like to bring like some kit up, like buy some kit to trade at tournaments, you know, because I have so much fucking Kamloops kit.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, and then you could be like, it's like brings us all closer together.
Yeah.
And get our logo kind of all around the province.
Yeah, exactly.
And down in the States too, maybe, if you do a Seattle.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there a Seattle tournament or something?
I'm pretty sure there is, yeah. There's so many tournaments down in the States.
Maggot Fest, right? What is that one?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Maggot Fest. Yeah. That's the one that Wes was on Barstool Sports at, right?
Right, yeah.
He talked about that in the Chuggers group. Did you see that?
No, I did.
He was like wearing his budgie smuggler. First of all, Ani has a fucking rockin' bod. And I don't know why she's hidden it away this whole time. She was like in her budgie smugglers, and I was like, Jesus Christ, Ani. And Wes was in his budgie smuggler and his like Stampede buckle, and he was like, you might recognize this look from Barstool Sports. I was like, oh my God.
And then he puts a dip in, so...
Yeah, puts a dip in and chugs. Like, oh, nasty.
Ugh.
Fucking wet.
Chewing tobacco, just the worst.
Yeah.
What?
Said chewing tobacco is the worst.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't understand all these boys when they turn 12 are like, yeah, I'm gonna start chewing. Like,
Yeah.
you're a fucking loser.
Big
It's like all these vapors, too. It's like, you guys look fucking dumb. You know what'd be cooler? Smoking a real cigarette, you fucking loser.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
There was a guy that I grew up with, and we used to ask him why he would chew instead of, like, smoking, and he said, I could live without a tongue, but I can't live without a lung, so he does chewing tobacco.
That's a lie.
Right? That was his thing. That's what he'd always say.
I've tried it a couple times, and I think basically every time I've tried it, I've ended up barfing, so...
Yeah, me too. I tried it once, and I threw up, and I was like, that's enough for me.
So now when I catch the whiff of it, it's kind of like when I was 17 or something, I drank Fireball all night, and then for years, the smell of Fireball, just the smell of it or seeing somebody drink it made me kind of sick, right? So I think it's the same kind of effect with chewing tobacco, is that I just like the smell of it, I'm almost like, oh, I feel like puking. My grandma caught my dad smoking, I think, and made him come home and smoke a pack of cigarettes till he barfed.
See, that is a good idea.
And he never smoked again.
If I had to smoke a whole pack, no, thank you.
No.
I don't even know if I could smoke a whole cigarette.
Yeah, I can't do a whole one. I like, when I'm drunk, I'm always like, give me a cigarette, and then I get like 2 puffs and I like walk away.
Yeah.
Well, I can smoke prime times like all night when I'm drunk. Fucking love my great prime time. But you wake up the next morning and it's sad, but then if you smoke like one cigarette or like a couple puffs of one, and you wake up the next morning, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, those
It would feel so much worse.
Those prime times are hard to find these days too.
Well, they only sell them in the States because all these fucking teenagers had to ruin it for everyone, including me. I did when I was a teenager. But the great prime times are the best, and you can't get them in Canada. You can't get any flavored cigars in Canada anymore.
Yeah, you can't even get menthols. You should be allowed menthols, though.
Yeah, they only have, they only have that, but you can't get any sweet. Like, you usually get peach and, like, grape and strawberry.
I don't think menthols in Canada anymore.
No, like menthol cigarettes, you can't even get those anymore.
Yeah, the same thing. Don't know. They're illegal in Canada now.
It's because all these teenagers had to get them and then ruin it for everybody.
That's true.
Well, I ruined a lot of things for everybody when I was a teenager, so I can't really get mad at them.
That's true. A lot of this was our generation. We can't really.
Yeah, we lived, I grew up on a lake, and we lived in like a strata thing, but it was all separate houses, so we were in this dumb strata. And the rules that are in place are mostly because of me and my brother doing dumb shit. One time, my brother like strapped a life jacket to his bike, and we were riding bikes off the dock into the water. Yeah, and well, because when your bike floats, you got a life jacket on it.
Yeah, we used to do this
like,
too.
Right off, go off a jump, land in the lake, like whatever. So our one grouchy ass neighbor, it's all old people that live in this strata. They don't want to do anything fun. Like, we're totally innocent fun, just riding your bike off the dock. And my parents were right there. And he put up this sign saying, no bikes on dock. And then one of the neighbor kids went and moved all the letters around, and it said, no dikes on cock.
Oh my god.
So the man got real fucking mad about that, but it was hilarious. And it said it for like a week before he noticed it. No dikes on cock.
That's his fault. Like, I hope I'm never that old man. I hope, like, I would
hate. The old man that would make the sign say that, JJ.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you do it on purpose.
You'd be like,
Maybe he was doing it to be funny. Maybe he's like, haha, watch this. And they're just drinking wine, like, laughing at you guys.
Yeah, I don't get these old people that don't let any kids have any fun. Like, some were out on the dock smoking crack or something, riding their fucking bikes around. Fuck you.
Probably because they had such a miserable life, and they're just, like, in the dumps, and all their friends are dead, and all they feel is misery.
Yeah. Well, old people are all like that. I don't understand. They all come up with all these rules. They're just mad at everybody and want everything perfect. Like, you're gonna die in 5 years anyway. Just fuck you.
And their dicks don't work anymore or anything, so they're just like,
I
got
dried up vaginas.
I got nothing.
You escalate so quickly.
Like, my grandma, though, she's fucking cool. She doesn't give a shit what happens. But some old people just have nothing better to do because they're in quarantine always.
My grandparents, especially on my mom's side, used to, like, out-party us. I went, like, 4 years before my grandpa died, we were out till 4 a.m. in Vegas together.
Oh, my God.
So, like...
That's amazing.
So, like, I used to party with them. I used to... I don't know, my grandparents were dead. Well, and then my dad's dad probably was kind of that old man.
Yeah. Old people can just suck sometimes. But sometimes they're fucking awesome.
I really hope I'm never that old person. Like, that's just like...
I hope I'm
the old person
is
like,
dock
here,
when
have
I'm
some
80.
cigarettes. You what?
I hope I'm riding my bike off a dock when I'm 80.
Right? I agree.
Fuck.
Yeah. JJ, how was RuPaul? You didn't like it?
My what?
How was
RuPaul.
You didn't like it?
Oh my... I put on, I don't know, season 8 or season 18 or something, and it was just, the first episode they introduce everybody and they walk out, and it was not even to do with the cross-dressing thing or the drag queen thing. It was just the music they're playing, and, oh man, I couldn't think of something that I would hate more than that.
Oh, it's so good though once you get into it.
So good.
Maybe I'll try it, but...
It's like the Tiger Queen. Honestly, you should be called that.
Yeah, it should.
It's like the Tiger King. You gotta get a couple episodes in.
One guy does call him the Tiger Queen.
Well, good, it's so funny. Whenever you think of gay dudes, you never think of, like, dudes from the South with their shirt off, just, like, the biggest hillbillies. Like, gay men are always so clean cut and, like, everything's nice, and these guys are shooting gators and fucking so cheap.
He's like a country music singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious.
How straight are you? Do you like the big dick or the little dick? The big dick. Well, you're pretty gay then.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, all right, homies. We're looking at 45 minutes here. I'm going to run out of tape pretty soon.
Oh, is it the 90s?
And then yeah, exactly. I got an 8-track recorder.
You're right on a VHS tape here?
Yeah, you know what? I don't even own a VCR anymore, and I found a bunch of VHS tapes.
Oh, you gotta go buy one. Got it at Value Village for a good price. Yeah.
Do you think they actually would have them there?
Hello?
Yeah. I said, you think they have those VHS, a VCR even anymore at Value Village?
Oh, yeah, they do. I bought one like last year.
Nice. I went to the Juniper garage sale weekend that they do every year and looked everywhere. I was like, somebody's got to have a VCR here, and nobody did.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So I'm sitting, and it's like a bunch of family videos too that I really want to watch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to Valley Village.
All right, I think we're still sitting on a couple stories, so at least we'll fire this up maybe next week, maybe next weekend or something. And
yeah, I enjoy this. I look forward to our little calls every weekend.
Yeah, me too. This is kind of what keeps me sane, is lining these things up, and I don't know.
Yeah, I've been having FaceTime drinks with friends too.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, we had craft night with the women's team last night. That was awesome.
Like, you guys all got together on FaceTime and did...
And we did craft.
Everyone did a craft.
What did you build?
I'm knitting, so I made some really cool Harry Potter mittens.
Oh,
and
nice.
Everyone else was, like, painting and shit. It was pretty cool.
I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work, so I couldn't join.
Aww.
That was sad.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll fire it up next week.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, JJ.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
Have a good night, guys.
Later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, what's up? Just finished the show. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Brittany, for being on. Gonna head out to the garage here and microwave some stuff. Oh, nice day out. A little chilly. So, Luke sent a suggestion that I microwave a laptop. So, sorry. Luke said let's microwave a hard drive. So I actually have a old laptop computer, of which I will take apart. I also got some soap. Somebody else commented, I think, soap. So we'll do some soap. We'll do this computer. I just got a computer. We'll just take it apart. We'll find the hard drive. We'll find some parts of it. And we'll just microwave all sorts of computer parts. I mean, what more could you want? Okay, so I'll try and set this camera up. And we'll take this bad boy apart. Okay, so there you have it. Took the computer apart, got a screen. That should microwave up good. Found this. I'm not sure what it's called. Motherboard, maybe? I don't know, not really a computer guy. Got the fan on it. Some nice copper. Copper should spark nicely. Probably not going to do that. Luke's suggestion, the hard drive. And what looks to be the battery. So, oh, wait a minute. That's the CD drive. That's the hard drive. We'll microwave them both. Also have this soap. This is actually my soap, if anybody wants to know how I keep my skin so soft and supple. That's how I do it. Maybe cut it. There, now we have some chunks of soap, and we'll see how that microwaves. Okay, let's fire it up. Got the computer stuff there. Let's start with the soap. Probably should have stopped it earlier. Oh, that just reeks. Probably shouldn't breathe that in either. Okay, I'm gonna let this air out a bit and I'll come back for that other stuff. Okay, had to let it vent out a bit in here. That soap that I left in was not a good idea. But we got computer parts. So, will this even fit? Okay, there's the screen. Maybe we can see it a little better like that. Okay, cool. We have fire. We haven't had fire in a couple episodes, but was hoping the screen would kind of light up or something cool would happen. But instead, I'm just burning plastic. Okay. Next up, we'll do the motherboard, if that's what it's called. Maybe the main component. Oh, look at this. A bunch of goo has leaked all over. Leaky goo. Okay, throw this in. Maybe I do it on the rotating plate. Oh yes! Instant fire. Awesome. That's motherboard dust. Don't breathe this. I like where this is going, so let's just rip that fan off and fire it up again. Cool. Okay, CD drive. Okay. I don't know. Not quite as exciting. Hard drive. Whenever it reaches over here, it does some sort of cool plasma thing. So let's just put it there. Okay, nothing too crazy actually. But let's open the CD drive. And just put everything in at once. And let's put a CD in the CD drive. Okay, so there you have it. Computer parts and soap, but kind of run out of ideas. So I need you to comment below what you'd like to see microwaved. All right, see you next time. Thanks for watching.